and welcome to Love Where You Live, where we meet Triumph TR owners, have a chat about their cars, go for a drive on one of their favourite local roads, and talk about the benefits of Triumph TR register membership and also the fun they have owning a Triumph TR. So let's go. In this episode, I'm not going too far away, only to Mount Martha, which is 5 minutes away, but please remember, I'm still on training wheels. Today, we're going to go and catch up with Tony Knowlson, a life member of the TR Register, and Tony has a fabulous story about the history of his Triumph TR. So let's go and catch up with Tony and hear his story. So we're in Tony's garage. Tony, how did you first become aware of Triumphs?
Well, at the age of 13, a neighbour drove one past the house, and that was the first time I saw it. Then when I was at university, on the last year, I was most amazed when my flatmate had traded in his BSA Lightning motorbike and purchased a TR3A. So we had quite a few trips at university in that, and then at the end of the university, he decided that we'd do a camping trip through Europe. So for 3 weeks we set off from Ilford, which is where he lived, got the ferry across, went down through France, Germany, Switzerland, Italy, right to the south of Italy to Brindisi, and in Brindisi we took the ferry across to Igoumenitsa, northern Greece, and from there we went right down to Athens, up to Thessalonica, and then at that time you had to go through round Albania and then up the coast of what was then Yugoslavia. And by the time we got northern Yugoslavia, we realised we'd done a lot of driving, and so we spent a couple of days on the beach, and then that meant we had 1,000 miles to get from Potsiana Caves to the ferry in 24 hours. So we decided we'd just drive alternately, and by the time we got to the ferry terminal, the windscreen wipers had packed in, the overdrive had packed in, and there was a bit of a clunk from somewhere, but we made it just about on time.
What's the background to your car?
Okay, when I was started working, civil engineer, eventually ended up in Scotland, and three of us were sharing a house. We turned up with two Morris Thousands and an A35 van, and because we were earning quite good money, we decided to get into sports cars. I bought a TR2, my flatmate bought a Healey, and Frankie bought a quite hairy MGB. That TR unfortunately had a few problems like excessive rust, so that was got rid of after a while. A TR5 replaced it, but then the TR5 had to go for a deposit for a house. So I had a couple of years without a TR and thought, I can't do this, I've got to get another side screen TR. And so at that time you used to look up a magazine called Exchange and Mart, and sure enough there was one for sale by a junk dealer in South Balham, London, and I thought, well, that's fairly auspicious. So went down and had a look at this car, and it was primrose yellow with a white door where he'd had a little accident. He wasn't an enthusiast, but just enjoyed the car. So it was well maintained, but a little bit scruffy. It was actually scruffier than I thought once I got it home and started working on it. So it was used as daily transport for a couple of years, and then it had to have some repairs due to the rusty floor, A post, B post, etc. So I took it off, put it in a single garage and started working on it. And over about 9 months to a year, I rebuilt the car, resprayed it, and then just as I was about to respray it, I got a job in Holland. So that was all rushed in 2 weeks to get it back on the road, and literally I drove to the ferry to take it to Holland with all the trim inside except for the driver's seat, which was bolted in because it had to be to get through the MOT, and off we went to Holland.
So Tony, after Holland, you then went to Greece. What was that story?
Okay, after a couple of years in Holland, Went back to the UK and the TR was not being used. I had an alternative car. So I was doing a bit of repairs to the TR, getting it looking and going a bit better. And a job opportunity came to work in Athens in Greece. Well, with having been to Greece in the TR before, I thought, fantastic, I'll drive the TR out and start working. Unfortunately, I had to start work straight away, so I had to ship the car, and eventually the car got shipped out to Thessalonica, not to Athens, and it was a real palaver with Greek authorities importing the car because it wasn't a duty-free port, and so eventually got the car back, paid the money to register it, and we drove the car in Greece, and I must admit, great fun. More potholes than Victoria probably, but really good fun driving around Greece. Amazingly, in the winter when it snowed, that was a bit different, but no, it's a good time.
After Greece, how did you get the car to Australia?
Okay, after Greece, ended up going back to Holland, and the car went to UK and was put in a garage until I got a job, amazingly, in Australia. And so the decision was made that the TR would be driven into a container, the windscreen removed, didn't have a roll bar in those days, so we put a wooden frame over it, the furniture went on top, and it was shipped out to Australia. And arrived after about a couple of months and cleared through customs, where they did not value it according to the Glasses Guide, but because I had all the paperwork, they accepted that it was a hobby car, and I only paid 200 as against 5,000 import duty, which was the first thing that was good about Australia, and the car settled in here in Australia.
After you got the car to Australia, Tony, what improvements have you made?
Okay. So the car was just a runner. It was pretty scruffy because we'd had an accident in Greece and it had been resprayed this colour green, which the Greeks thought was British racing green, but really is more the apple green of the competition cars in UK. So the car was just used until eventually the engine started causing a few problems. And at that time I was thinking, well, I might do a little bit of hill climb or regularity. So I tuned the engine a little bit. So the engine has been balanced, it's got extractors on it, and it's got a road race cam in it, which is not what I wanted, but it was delivered from UK and they didn't have the road rally ones in stock. That makes it a bit lumpy, but other than that, it goes well, but it certainly is nothing like a concourse car.
Okay, Tony, how about we go for a drive?
Excellent.
Where are we going today?
We're going from the Safety Beach Sailing Club to the Mornington Yacht Club.
So Tony, what is it about this drive that you really like?
It's just like a mini Great Ocean Road. It's twisty, you've got nice views of the sea. It's a lovely drive.
So what is it that you really like about driving the TR3?
Well, the TR3 is a very responsive car. You're in touch with the world around you and with the road all the time. You have to concentrate, but you get a lot of reward from it. It's great fun.
What do you enjoy about being involved with the Triumph TR Register?
I joined the TR Register within about a year of coming to Australia, and after a couple of years took over as coordinator for Victoria, which I thoroughly enjoyed, organising all the events with a couple of other people helping me. And then did that for 8 years, and then did 12 years as membership secretary. And through that time, made a lot of friends and really good relationships with most of the people.
So Tony, what are your future plans with your Triumph TR3A?
Basically, being 8 years into a Parkinson's diagnosis, the key is to be able to keep the driving licence and to be able to drive the car for as long as I possibly can.
Good on you. Well, thanks Tony for taking us out for a drive today. I really appreciate your time, and it was a fantastic story of the history of your car, and I loved your favourite drive. It's actually one of my favourites too, so really enjoyed it and also enjoyed the coffee. So had a great day. Thank you very much.
That was a great day. Good day. Thanks.
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll finish with some scenes along the way. Thank you. Bye bye.